Ever wondered why starting with programming feels like trying to decipher an alien language? It's a common sentiment, shared by many who first dipped their toes into the vast ocean of coding. The syntax, or the set of rules that dictate how programs written in a language are constructed, can seem as inscrutable as hieroglyphics. Then, there's the challenge of maintaining clean code, organizing and formatting your code in such a way that it's easily readable and understandable, not just to you but to others as well. And let's not forget about learning the functionalities, the specific tasks or operations that a language can perform. But here's the good news. There's Python. A language known for its simplicity, Python is often the first choice for beginners, offering a gentle introduction to programming without sacrificing power or versatility. But worry not. With Python, you're about to embark on a coding journey that's as exciting as it is rewarding. So why Python? Well, it's all about simplicity and power. Python is one of the most user-friendly programming languages out there. Its syntax is clean, logical, and easy to understand, making it a great starting point for beginners. But don't let its simplicity fool you. Python is also incredibly powerful. It's versatile and offers a wide range of functionalities, allowing you to do anything from building websites to analyzing data. Speaking of functionalities, Python is supported by a vast community of developers who continuously contribute to its library of modules and packages. This means you have a plethora of tools at your disposal to help you solve complex problems. Python is not just for beginners though, it's used in various fields including web development, data science, artificial intelligence, and more. It's a language that grows with you, matching your pace as you advance your programming skills. Python is your gateway to the vast universe of programming, so buckle up. Now let's dive into the heart of Python, its syntax. Python has a clean, easy-to-read syntax that makes it a great language for beginners. It's all about making your code as clear and straightforward as possible. Let's start with variables. Variables are essentially containers where you can store information. You can name a variable pretty much anything you want, just make sure it starts with a letter or an underscore. Next up, we have data types. Python has several built-in data types. The most common ones are integers, floats, strings, and booleans. An integer is a whole number. A float is a decimal number, a string is a sequence of characters, and a boolean is either true or false. Operators allow you to perform operations on your variables. There are arithmetic operators like plus, minus, multiply, and divide, as well as comparison operators like equals, not equals, less than, and greater than. Control structures like if statements and loops let you control the flow of your program. If statements allow your program to make decisions based on certain conditions. For example, if it's raining, take an umbrella. Loops, on the other hand, let your program do something over and over again. For example, for each item in a shopping list, print the item. Let's say we have a variable weather that stores the current weather condition. An if statement could look like, if weather equals rain, print take an umbrella. And a loop could look like, for each item in shopping underscore list, print item. This would print out each item in the shopping list one by one. It's important to practice writing Python code to familiarize yourself with the syntax. Try creating your own variables, performing operations on them, and controlling the flow of your program with if statements and loops. Remember, practice makes perfect. The more you code, the more fluent you become in Python. With the basics under your belt, it's time to harness the power of Python functionalities. Python is armed with a multitude of functionalities that make it a versatile and powerful programming language. These functionalities come in the form of built-in functions, libraries, and modules, and they're here to enhance Python's capability and simplify your programming tasks. Let's start with built-in functions. These are predefined tasks that Python can perform without you having to write the code from scratch. For instance, the print function outputs text to the screen, while len returns the length of a string or list. Think of built-in functions as Python's secret agents, ready to accomplish missions on your behalf. Next up, we have libraries. In the world of Python, a library is a collection of modules, where each module is a file containing Python definitions and statements. Libraries are like treasure chests, brimming with modules that perform various tasks. For example, the math library is stocked with modules for mathematical operations, while the datetime library helps you handle dates and times. Using libraries is like having a team of experts at your disposal, each specializing in a different field. Now let's talk about modules. A module is essentially a file containing Python definitions and statements. You can define your own functions, variables, and classes in a module, and then import it into other programs. This promotes code reusability and makes your programs more organized and efficient. It's like having a personal assistant who keeps your code tidy and ready for action. By leveraging these functionalities, you can tackle complex programming tasks with ease. For example, you can use the requests library to send HTTP requests or use the pandas library for data analysis. Python functionalities can be your powerful allies in creating real-world applications. Python functionalities are like tools in your coding toolbox. The more you master, the more efficient your coding becomes. So go ahead and explore these functionalities. Remember, each one you master is another step towards becoming a more proficient Python programmer. So, we've demystified Python syntax and functionalities. What's next? We've unraveled the conundrum of programming, highlighted Python as a fantastic gateway, and dived deep into Python syntax and functionalities. Remember, Python's syntax is intuitive, making it a great starting point for beginners. We've also explored the versatility of Python functionalities, underscoring Python's power to handle a variety of tasks with ease. But the journey doesn't stop here. The key to mastering Python lies in consistent practice and continual learning. Delve deeper into Python documentation, a comprehensive guide that covers all aspects of the language. Online tutorials are a great way to learn by doing, and forums like Stack Overflow are treasure troves of knowledge offering solutions to myriad coding challenges. Programming is a journey, and you've just taken your first steps with Python. Keep coding, keep exploring, and most importantly, keep having fun.